MLB The Show has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore attempt to end a six-game losing streak. Next. Kevin Gausman, the native of Colorado, gets the start on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Wow, when you look into the numbers, they can be a little bit deceiving. Normally, most pitchers pitch better at home, but not this guy. He actually prefers and pitches better on the road. We'll see how he does and if he can adapt and start pitching better at home in this one.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. The 1-2. This one is launched. Look at this. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Home run number 16 for him on the year. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later. It's simple math, folks.
Coming to the plate now, Manny Machado entering play. He's currently 6th in the American League in runs batted in, but with a chance to add to that total right here. Fly ball into straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dero, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Hey, this lineup's got to do it a little bit differently. It's not the modern version of 3 true outcomes: walks, strikeouts, home runs. This is a team that beats you down, manufacturing runs, getting guys on base, keeping the defense on its toes and waiting for them to make the mistake.
Now at the plate, number 1. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left, and he keeps it up. 53 now on the year as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Ready now for Baltimore, Cameron Rupp, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder has a beat on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So striding in, number 1. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. And he's safe.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 3-1. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Finally, up to this point, the entire lineup had been swinging at anything close, and this guy decides to show a little more patience at the dish and is rewarded with a base on balls. That was a good at-bat.
Settling in now, Rendell Grichuk, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, round it, find the ball.
Throw on to first is in time, and the Toronto rally goes. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, number 1. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Squared that one up just a little late. Ground ball right into the shift. Stope is there, and there's out number 2. Stepping up to the plate, William Casado. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Oh, and he misses it. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Number 1 will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Shoots this one over to first, and that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give his team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
None out, runners at first and second. Schwarber connects and sends a ball to deep right field. Into the flag court and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 13 for him on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Stepping in, number 1. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. Stepping in, number 1. Great game for him so far. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to left. His third home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
Anthony Santander, the next to bat. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Anthony Santander.
The 1-1. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
13-2 is the rather one-sided final tally. The Toronto Blue Jays get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Aaron Sanchez earns his 8th victory of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check. On a warm summer afternoon, we're getting set for baseball from Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Today, it's Game 2 of a 3-game weekend set between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore hope to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next, Dylan Bundy will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Number 1.
Digging in, number 1. He comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches,
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 56 on the year. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Ready now, number 1. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball.
Stepping into the box, Manny Machado. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit in the air to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Orioles strand a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. Number 1 will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. 0-1 count and the pitch.
Come on!
Back up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. Digging in, number 1. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Davis is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Manny Machado. He flew out in his last at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's Machado with a drive. Well hit to deep left field. And this one is gone. A home run.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets him going.
Here's Jonathan Schoop now. And in the past against Wade Davis, he's 1 for 2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. This is hit high and deep out to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. Long throw to third. And he'll keep it rolling here as he's got himself a triple.
Now batting, right fielder, Kevin.
Fly ball to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. 2 down. Ready for another shot now. Number 1. He's gone deep twice in the game, making him 2 for 4. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here. Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game. Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. Toronto jumped out. Striding in, number 1, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Lane giving chase, and that retires the side. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A 1-1 home. To the left side. Gregorius has it. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Richard Blyer earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that's it for us. MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, SunTrust Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves. It's Braves baseball next. Mike Foltynewicz gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Avoids these Braves as they take the field here tonight. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Braves.
A 1 pitch on its way.
Ender Inciarte.
This is lifted out to left. Left fielder is on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. I love watching him hit. He just has a knack for getting on base. In fact, he's in the top 5 in that category in the National League. So expect him to see him work the count and hit the ball hard when he gets a pitch he can handle.
Stepping into the box, Henry Tamori. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Stroman looks in. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a shot to left field and deep. And gone up into the second deck.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. On the ground to the left side. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
Standing in, Sandy Leon.
Catcher, Sandy Leon.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder has a beat on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now in the box, Rio Ruiz, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Number one is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Braves strand 1. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Striding in once again, number 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. 2-out success means Randall Grichuk will bat this inning.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits. But hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
And a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. And there he goes towards second. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Swanson brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Number 1 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. All right, so time now for the Blue Jays Road to the Show report as we see a couple of prospects performing at high levels in the upper minors. And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, number 1. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way to left center. Chasing after it is Inciarte. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. The baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Here's Randall Grichuk. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Right fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. He squares, and it's in the air, but that kicks foul at the last moment. Now batting, Joyride Solarte. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
First baseman, number 3.
Ready once again, Sean Rodriguez. He's lined out and flied out in 2 plate appearances. The 1-1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Standing in, Chris Herman. It was a walk in his last trip.
Chris Herman.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall.
Hold up,
2 runs are in. And he's in safely at third, as on the play 3 runs come across to score.
You've got to like the effort there from the right fielder. He gives chase and leaps, but just can't bring it down. Excellent backup from the center fielder, though.
Ready for another chance. Number 1, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Albies brings it in. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion. 6-1 the final. The Toronto Blue Jays rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Marcus Stroman hangs win number 11 on his line as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac. Now from SunTrust Park, we're just about set for baseball from Cobb County, Georgia. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves. Braves baseball next. Sean Newcomb, a left-hander from Massachusetts, will be doing the starting pitching here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Left fielder, number
Digging
1.
in now, number 1. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Here comes the first pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Tamori is there. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Tamori, base runner at first with 1 out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Waiting on it, the left fielder. 2 down.
Cut. Hold.
And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Enciarte plays with. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to...
Now at the plate, number 1. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. A bullet to first base. And he'll take it to the bag for the out. And there's your... Stepping up now, Dansby Swanson. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs. There's no question he's been struggling.
Into the box now, Ender Enciarte. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Enciarte.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder, and he makes the catch for the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Into the box, number 1. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far.
Number 1.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Matuk racing back. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 59 on the season. And the Blue Jays are running away with it here. It's now a 5-0 ball game.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going.
Coming to the plate now, number 1. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
High pop-up. Swanson calls for it. And that retires the side. Striding into the box, Dansby Swanson. It was a walk in his last trip.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Number 1 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder is on the move, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box now, number 1. He went deep back in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Matuk ranging back, still going back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, you can see how pure his swing is, and that's why he's able to hit an incredible 60 home runs this season. Might as well start engraving his name on the MVP trophy because he's having a year for the ages. Witnessing history, folks.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Dansby Swanson. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder has a beat on it. He's got it one away.
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. Toronto posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Carlos Carrasco wins for the league best 15th time as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Sean Newcomb was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more. From Cobb County, Georgia, we welcome you to baseball from SunTrust Park. It's the first game of the month of July between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves. Stay tuned for Braves baseball starting now. Matt Wisler is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, take a look at the numbers. ERA just a little bit under 4.0 on the season for this guy last year. He's a better pitcher than that, and I'm sure he'd like to get off to a much better start and get that ERA somewhere in the low to mid threes. We'll see if he can start that in this one here.
Number 1.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Solo shot to right center. And a one-time magic number, 61 home runs on the season now. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0. So as we check it out one more time, remember that for years, 61 was the number to beat, and he's tied it right here. So stepping in, Freddie Freeman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. This is line to left. That's in there, base hit. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
Dan, they didn't come out offensively like gangbusters yesterday. They had a few runs, but today they're able to push one across early.
Boy, and this is, you always want to try to strike first. I think if you look at the stats, teams that score.
Now at the plate, number 1. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award. First offering on its way. Hit in the air down the left field line.
All right, take a look, take a look.
That will end up a foul ball. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Freeman. A double play. Here's Ender Inciarte.
Now batting, center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Next to bat for Toronto, number 1. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First offering on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he's
high in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ranging back is Inciarte, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, as Toronto has taken a 2-1 lead.
Hey, I've seen a lot of things in my time, but I'm not sure I ever remember a player this hot. 2 home runs yesterday, another 2 home runs today. He could market and sell whatever pregame meals he's feasting on because he looks unstoppable right now.
So striding in, Ender Inciarte, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow, and that's not going to do it. Number 1 is there, and he has it for the out. And he'll have to hold tight at third, so it'll take a 2. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Number 1, he comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Club off, shading to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. At the plate, Ozzie Albies. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Freeman, the runner at second with 1 away. This one's flared out toward left. And he'll make the catch on the run as he reaches down to Spirit for the second out.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Blue Jays rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Aaron Sanchez earned his 9th win of the year. Matt Wisler pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Roberto Ozuna earns the save out of the bullpen, his 32nd of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest.
A player receives advice about the refining of his game.